Hello and welcome to McDonald Jones Stadium here up in Newcastle for a season-defining match between the Newcastle Knights and the Auckland Warriors as these two teams do battle to remain in the top 8, to remain in finals contention. Don't go anywhere because we've got a nail-biter tonight. I'm your Commissioner Will Kay, joined by the one and only Anthony McDonald in what is going to be a spectacular display of rugby league.
Oh, tonight proves to be fascinating here, Will. We've got one side, the Knights, who are hoping to snap a 5-game losing streak to keep their finals hopes alive. And we got the Warriors coming off the back of a massive record-breaking game from their fullback Chance Bunce. So there is no telling how this game will go tonight.
Yeah, these two teams, they need every point they can get tonight. And what a game it was last week from Chance Bunce. We'll be talking about him a lot tonight. 6 tries in one match. I think it was 400 odd meters and something in the double digits for line breaks. He was insane last week against the Dolphins, who are up the top of the ladder, currently sitting in 5th after their loss in Auckland. So there he is there, Chance Bunce getting through the line once early, and he'll be trying out Don Ponkston for all money tonight. His opponent last week was Tyler Almatungi, so you'd have to say, how is Ponkston going to do? As now it's Corcoran getting through the line and offload on the inside to Daniel Engo as he's brought down. 23 metres out from the try line, the Warriors, they may have an early opportunity to get some points on the board here as Joe McCartney will take it up to the 10. It'll have to be Caval in charge of the kicking duties. Or maybe it will be Corcoran. As it goes to Corcoran, he'll put it along the ground. It's going to be smothered. Bo Sadler folded there. It was David Barner with the hit, but the Knights did well to stop the ball from going there.
That was an absolutely amazing start there from the Warriors, basically telling the Knights straight away they're here to play and they're here to win the game. If they're going to play like that for the rest of the night, the Knights have got a big mountain of work ahead of them, Will.
Yeah, they sure do, and the last win that the Newcastle Knights had was all the way back in round 6. And it was only a 6-point victory over the Penrith Panthers. A very tight affair indeed. And since then, they've just haven't been able to win a game. They've really struggled. The week after, I think they had the Storm. So since then, they've just kept on losing. As Chance Bunce is finding his way halfway through the line there. Now McCartney gets the ball away to McCorcoran. Now goes to Caval. And geez, you got to say, Anthony, the inclusion of Rohan Caval in this spine has just made it look absolutely perfect for the Warriors. And the combination between Joe McCartney at the 6 and Caval at the 7, I mean, you've got to hold on to him for all money because it is just chef's kiss, I think, Anthony.
Yeah, those mid-season trades can be absolutely season-defining. And I think a couple of people probably scoffed at the move earlier in the season when the Warriors traded with the Panthers, but no one is scoffing now, especially because the Warriors keep just beating the pants off every single one of them.
Yeah, they have just been incredible, and like we said, they've won 4 of their last 5 games, going down to the Storm a couple of weeks ago. But since then, they've just been on a roll, so they are just something else, this Warriors side, and we love to watch their attacking footy. Currently sitting on the 7th on the ladder, the points differential of 34 and a 4-point deficit due to some actions taken before the start of the season. That is insane of them to do, as there's an error early on from the Knights. I don't know why Josh Butterfield's clapping, but the Warriors, they are in a hot attacking position now.
No, that was a bit of jitters. You could see the Knights were getting a little bit frustrated with how strong that Warriors defence was, and you can't afford to be getting that frustrated this early in the game, especially when you're versing the Warriors.
No, you sure can't, as Lachlan Lockyer just darting from dummy half there as he's brought down. 5 out. Chance Bunce, will he try it out? Now he will go right to Caval, who's going to push for the line here. Rohan Caval, too big, too strong. I think Nathan Anderson's failed to hold him out here. And I think we've got Warriors points very early on.
Yeah, we were talking about him not too long ago, Will, and already he's muscled his way over and proved that Bunce and Jai and the entire Warriors leadership team know exactly what they're doing when it comes to putting a team together.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a quick correction, it was Dustin Richards, not Nathan Anderson, being driven back, but nonetheless a great try for Caval, who will now attempt to convert it. Get a 6-point lead, only 7 minutes into the game, and there has just been some great footy coming out of this Warriors camp. They've really shown up this season. And you'd say that Caval, he'd be searching for, I think, what would be his first premiership with the Warriors, if they are to obviously make the 8. But some good signs early on here.
Yeah, and if I was a Knights supporter, I wouldn't be too worried so far. The Knights have proven to be slow starters in the last couple of games, and they can pour some points on, but they're not going to want to leave it too late, because if they do, and if Bunce has another record-breaking attempt this week, even Dom Pomston won't be able to bring back that deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Knights, they can only really be knocked out of the 8 by, of course, your team, Anthony, the Brisbane Broncos. You'll be facing the Sydney Roosters this week, and if they do go down this match, that is where they will stand at risk of being knocked out. Apart from that, the only other thing, like we were talking about before, was, well, before the broadcast rather, was that there had to be a record-breaking win from any of those teams sitting currently on 4 wins. As there's a good kick from McCartney. It may find touch here, but no, Ponkston on the kick return gets away from one, but Lee Simon, well-versed in defence there, brings down Dom Ponkston. You have to say the Knights looking a bit more lively now.
Yeah, definitely. Again, it was Ponkston who was able to bring that back and save almost certain 40-20 attack there. As Nanai blisters off down the field.
And John Nanai against his former club. He's found a new home in Newcastle, and he's just been excellent as Diab is folded there by Barner. Absolutely ratchet hit there as Alex Christie now driving forward, 15 metres out. It's going to be the Knights' opportunity as Bo Sadler goes to Butterfield, puts it up high. Who's going to be underneath it? Marcus Square's ready for it. Goku Simpson can't get up, and Square comes down with it. A good take there from the very tall winger. We will have a tap restart.
Yeah, just half a metre in that one. Half a metre too deep and half a metre too far off from Goku Simpson there. But good signs there from the Knights. They are not going to be pressured into an easy defeat tonight from the looks of things.
No, they will not, and I mean, you don't want to do that in any regards, but especially not in front of a packed-out home crowd that all want to see you succeed here. As Lee Simon goes right, McCartney now goes to Tiawa through the line. It was a beautiful ball, but an offload finds... What the heck? John Nanai, I don't know what happened there. He looked like he grabbed the ball and went back down to tackle Tiawa. Surely that's a penalty for a voluntary tackle or something? I don't know.
No, Nanai just grabbed the ball and knelt down and said, "Cop that, Tiawa, look what I got." Got up and tried to run off again. So, a cheeky little move from the prop there.
That is all-time banter there from John Nanai to David Tiawa. That's got to be almost criminal. Surely that's a sin bin for unsportsmanlike conduct. We do not know. As Nathan Anderson plays the ball out the left, it's Christie. Now goes to Nanai. He runs it straight there. And former teammate Daniel Engo will play the ball. 4 metres out. They go to the right. It will be Butterfield. Puts it along the ground. Who's there? Christie's for it. Barner wraps him up. Joined by Tiawa. And the Warriors with some good defensive scramble there.
Yeah, the Warriors, they were able to hold them out, able to keep the pressure on defensively. But the Knights, they're knocking on the door. So if the Warriors make another mistake, it won't be too many more before we start seeing more than just a 6-0 deficit there.
Absolutely, is Lachlan Lockyer now going to David Tiawa, who takes another run. He's just been getting some work done early here as McCartney spreads it out to Daniel Engo. Not making too many metres and some pretty good defence here from the Knights. Restraining their opposition down this end, and a shocker of a kick as Diab's going to get away now. Chance Bunce dives early. Coda Diab for the line. Coda Diab breaks the tackle. Phases through the goalpost, and what a try there.
My goodness, Coda Diab, take a bow. He's been a little bit quiet the last couple of weeks, and the Knights' attack has really suffered for it, but he's woken up again tonight. Yeah, wow. Missed one, broke another, dived through the post over, and it's about to be 6-all.
Of course, just hitting the post batting that hard that it looked like it disappeared, I'm sure. It's a good try there from Diab. I thought Cooper Gronk had him, but he just managed to break that tackle and shrug off the winger. It's a very rare defensive lapse. You don't see that from chance bunts very often at all. So, yeah, the game all tied up now, 15 minutes in.
And for those Muzbetters out there, we've already ticked off 2 for Muzbet 3 tonight, a number 7 and a number 13. So responsible gamblers everywhere are cheering all the way to the bank so far.
I hope I put mine in. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So there you go. What do we need? 1, 8, and 9 now. So we could very well get that if the game keeps going the way it is, as John Nano just breaking the tackle there.
I can hear Muzzer screaming already.
As Dustin Richards and 69 other people as well. There are a lot of people on that one at this time. As Alex Christie. He'll play the ball. Down to the left now. It will be Richards. That's a pretty good set after points here. They're going to go for an early kick. Butterfield. Ball finds boot, but doesn't get too far as Chance Bunts on the kick return. Chance Bunts, he looks to return serve. 1-on-1 with Ponkston now. Ponkston, he breaks the tackle, Chance Bunts, but Ponkston goes again. A great run from the captain as Bunts plays the ball out to the right. It goes to McCartney. He wants to push over. Jai McCartney, he's brought down a metre short. Lockyer, short ball there to White. As he will be halted by John Nano and Richards. They go to the right again. They're just spreading the ball. Comes off the head of Engo. Koval wants a double. Held up over the line on the 4th. And the Warriors crash play after crash play. It doesn't look like the Knights' defence is going to crumple.
No, the Warriors look a little bit shell-shocked to even be in this position. The balls are going everywhere. They're going wayward. Falcons, they got to get their breath back into it.
Yeah, they do. And maybe they could get a bit of a reset here as Patrick Corcoran takes their hit up. Stops his run to give his team a bit of space. They go to the right. It's going to be McCartney along the ground. Stop. It's going to be Engo. A deflection there from Nanai. And it's Daniel Engo with the try.
Yeah, look at the journeyman prop scoring. Engo has been dangerous all season for the Warriors. And there he is. Excellent heads-up footy. Just grabbing what he can when he can and diving straight on over.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there. And Jai McCartney, what a kick that was. He looked like the grubber was just for himself there, but Engo chasing and he just let him have it. He knew that the points were more important than in personal glory. And geez, now the Warriors once again back up in the lead with the kick to make it 6 points from Koval. And it all came off the back of that Chance Bunts run, off a bit of a stinker from Josh Butterfield.
Yeah, Butterfield's been a little bit hot and cold lately. He's usually such a great kicker, but tonight he's having a little bit of trouble, and I'm wondering if it's a bit of a pressure with the Steel City fans floating around him tonight.
It very well could be. A lot of reports surrounding Josh Butterfield and his future for next season, and where he will actually end up. Very uncertain terms at the moment with the Knights. A lot of rumours circulating that, but I mean, I've got to be honest. If you're the Knights, you probably want to do everything in your power to keep Josh Butterfield. He's just one of those players that you need. As now Patrick Corcoran going straight through the line. Brought down on the 40-metre mark, because that's going to be the second. Go out to the right. Koval now goes to Bunts. Bunts steps one. Chance Bunts in open space. Ponkston's coming across. He'll make the tackle. Nofalingawi was there in support. As they go out to the right, it's going to be Cooper Gronk now. The Warriors just making easy meters off the kickoff. And they're looking to go back-to-back here as Patrick Corcoran gives a short ball. Logan Strange found a halfway through the line there. John Nano reels him in. Another former teammate. As 10 meters out, fifth and last, the Warriors go to McCartney. Why wouldn't you? No, spreads it to Koval. Puts up the high ball. Rashford underneath it to tap back there. Chance Bunts misses it. Ankle tap on Anderson. And there are bodies and balls flying everywhere here. But the Knights have come down with it.
I think they were a little bit lucky there, the Warriors. I don't think Anderson would have made the coast-to-coast try, but he definitely would have made it further down to the 50, maybe even the 40-metre mark. So a really good save there from Bunts. So well done. Well done, Warriors.
Oh. Jeez. As the Warriors going to have an attacking opportunity here. White goes down the short side. White for the corner. Ponkston cuts him off. I thought he was going to go for a big dive in the corner there for a second, Aaron White. As Cooper Gronk now goes to the left. Koval Goes to Joe Turner Jr. Flipped on his back as Ben Dishwasher has made his way onto the field. They go to the left. It'll be Caval. Short ball. Beautiful to Ginger Pom. And Ginger Pom scores there for the Warriors.
And we have yet another transferee come in and score. That's 2 of them tonight. Excellent move there from the Warriors mid-season.
Absolutely. And I may be wrong in saying this, but I think that may be Ginger Pom's first try of his career. I'm not entirely sure, but it very well could be, I think. He was quite good last week. I mean, the commentators, Joey Kelly and Tyrod Clay, they were very happy with his performance and saying that he was the difference when he came on the field. The Warriors, they made it, I think it was 24 points they scored as soon as Ginger Pom came on the field for that 20-minute or so stint.
Yeah, and considering that this is Ginger Pom's first season in the SRL, not even first season, he came into the Panthers halfway through the season. He's had a fantastic impact on the Warriors side so far.
Yeah, he absolutely has, and just looks to be a promising young forward. I'm excited to see where he ends up in the SRL in his career. It's Patrick Corcoran. Brought down there by Bo Sadler and the Warriors. They had a great set after points just before. If they can back it up with another one, they could very well put this game to bed early. As I say that, Coda Diab, he's through the line. He may go for a double here. An ankle tap from Ginger Pom, though. And the Knights will just be parked in the 10-metre line. They go out to the right. Matthew Vaughan. Brought down, 4 metres out. Bo Sadler goes to the left. It's a great ball to Richards, who's met by Logan Strange. As referee calls held up. I have to say I agree. As that'll be the 3rd. Out to the left. Now it's going to be Anderson. A good ball there. Knopfel Gowie in the corner. To the left of the uprights. And the Knights back on the board here at McDonald Jones Stadium.
That was almost too easy there from Knopfel Gowie. That's both of the Knights' tries coming off Warriors' mistakes there. So the Warriors, they have had an absolutely blistering attack. They need to do something else about their defence when it comes down to this end of the field.
Both tries coming off Warriors' mistakes that have been picked up on by Coda Diab.
By Coda Diab,
yeah. He's had some defensive awareness so far tonight, so hopefully he can just continue that throughout the matches. Vaughan, I think he's put this one too far to the right. Yes, he has. There'll be an 8-point difference. Just swinging that a little bit too much and not coming back around for the hook there. As it'll be 10-18. 25 minutes in the match, and the Knights, they just need to find some success of their own, I think, without needing to force a Warriors error. That's really going to be the challenge for them tonight.
Yeah, and I think from the Knights' perspective, they need to get their back line in a little bit more of a ball. It's all the forwards this evening for the Knights. It's Nanai, it's Diab. Get Ponkston the ball. Get him across the line.
Yeah, the big boys are all well and good, but you do need to just now and again give it to Ponkston, give it to Rashford, Simpson, Knopfel and Gowie, who just scored a try. People like that, that's who you need to get the ball to. They're going to make your big meters and make those line breaks that really set you up for some good momentum. It's Coda Diab just giving it to Ben Dishwasher here. That's going to be the 40. They may go to Butterfield for an early kick here. Yes, they will. It's a pretty good strike off the boot. I don't think it'll find touch. No, sorry, it'll find Bunce instead as he steps one, runs it straight at Ponkston. And he is just elusive in attack. Joey June unable to wrap him up.
Yeah, we worried that Bunce was going to have another shocking game tonight. Shocking as in shocking for the Knights' defence. He hasn't quite had the attack he had from last week. Maybe he's still recovering, but he is still having a massive impact on those line breaks.
Yeah, I mean, record-breaking games can have quite a toll on the body, especially when you score 6 tries, Every time you slide in for a try, your back just gets that a little bit more sore from carrying the team. As Lockyer puts it up high. Ponkston, it's a tap back, but Diab jumps on it. Jai McCartney jumps on Diab and probably saved almost a certain try there, as I think if Diab gets away, he is well and truly gone. And just a little bit of miscommunication on the last there from the Warriors. I think Bunce was supposed to be the target for the tap back, not the person tapping it actually back.
Yeah, that's twice that's happened to the Warriors tonight as Ponkston works his way up the field. They want to get on the ball there and make sure that doesn't happen too much, because the Knights are starting to wake up to it.
Yeah, they sure are, as Richards now playing the ball 25 out. Going out to the left, it will be Butterfield. He'll put a punt down to the corner of Cooper Gronk on the kick return. Steps one, brought down by Butterfield. And playing on the 10 there. There's some good defense on the kick chase. If they can hold them down this end, and I had to go and open my mouth like it's changed, finding a bit of a break in the line. And the Knights, their defense just needs to be a lot better. They're giving way too much space to a lot of the forwards of this Warriors pack.
I think earlier in the season, that's all the Knights really worried about. They worried about their attack, and they didn't really need their defence. Now at the pointy end of the season, as some of those defensive issues have been smoothed out.
Ooh, that's a good strike.
Ooh,
that's a very good strike. Ponkston's going to have to run for it here. He's going to have to go, and it's a 40-20 from McCartney. How about that, he says. Look at his face light up as he's put his team in a great position to get another try.
A 40-10 there, not a 40-20.
Oh, how about that? As Patrick Corcoran, I thought he was going to push over there, but just wrapped up around the legs. He'll be called held up. But the Warriors, that's only the second, and they're in the 10-meter mark as David Tiawa takes a run. There you go. Out to the right. It's McCartney. A ball out there to Joe Turner Jr. Flipped on his back. As he'll play it. That's the fourth. Going out to the left now. It will be Corcoran. Fifth and last. As they go. Lockyer to McCartney. Puts it up high. Cooper Gronk's the only one there. Will he get a tap back? Yes, he will, but Richard sees it coming and just intercepts it there and marked us down for 3 times.
That was staunch defence there from the Knights. Absolutely desperate defensive stuff. Hopefully they'll have the energy to work their way out of their set, because they're already looking quite tired and they're not at 30 yet.
Yeah, the Knights, they've done a lot of defending on their line, and some of it unsuccessful, a lot of it successful. I can't imagine how it would feel to be the person counting how many times they've actually been on their line and tackles within their 20 tonight. That would not be a fun job, because it'd be a hell of a lot. But they're doing a decent job as Nathan Edison getting in the way. They're going for a run, turning the ball over on the 40. And he wanted to try his chance there. I don't even know what that was from Nathan Edison.
All things considered, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. Those middles are getting a bit tired, so if Bunce had picked that up, there's no telling what could have happened there for the Warriors.
That's his second.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Lockyer now. Goes to Kaval. Brought down the tackles. That's the third. Playing the ball. Going out to the left now. It's Tiawa. Let's spread it to McCartney. Now to Corcoran on the inside. So he'll play the ball. 20 metres out now. This is Patrick Corcoran. Playing the ball. Out to the right. It will be McCartney. Puts it along the ground. Chance Bunce is looming, but Richards picks it up. And they are super focused on the ball tonight, aren't they, the Knights, in their defense? They do not want to let the loose ball go through their line in any sense.
Talk about Richard with the cool, safe hands. That's twice he's defused almost a definite try there. So I don't know what the Knights are paying Richards, but they need to pay him a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been great tonight so far. Apart from that first try, and he's had some really good defensive moments. As now it's going to be Vaughan. Inside ball. Goku Simpson. Goku Simpson on the outside of Chance Bunce. Chance Bunce coming across. He'll make the tackle. 10 metres out now. Fifth and last. The Knights. An opportunity to make it within 2 points. As they go to the left, Butterfield puts it up high. Who's going to be there? Cooper Gronk's ready for it. The tap back from Noffelengawi. Ponkston's wrapped. A great tackle from Strange. And a handover 5 metres out from the Warriors' try line.
And it had to be Strange. Strange, the god of the SRL, stepping in to almost certainly rescue the Warriors season there. 9 times out of 10, Ponkston scores that one. So beautiful to see there from the Warriors.
Of course, Logan Strange, being the SRL dice, he also I think, a former teammate of Don Ponkston. I'm not too sure if he was at the Knights at the same time as Ponkston was, as Lee Simon goes for a run here. He's been in some good form in centre the last couple of weeks, as now they go right. McCartney to Lockyer. Playing the ball on the 30 and fifth and last now. The Warriors. They go to Caval for a kick down to the wing of Dave O'Nofel and they've been getting him a lot of ball tonight as Aaron White just clamps him there. And we will see this set out to end the first half, I think.
Ooh, the forwards coming back on, almost getting in the way there, which would not have been what the Knights would have wanted going into the break there. They're having trouble getting out of their half again, though. Oh, that'll help.
That'll help, but there's only 7 seconds and the clock and counting down. I think they'll have the tap, one play, and that'll be it, I think. Nope, that's going to be it, and we will see you very shortly for the second half. Welcome back to SRL TV, proudly presented to you by TBC Live here at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. It's currently the Knights trailing by 8 points at the halftime break after some dominance from the Auckland Warriors early on, which seemed to just turn into an arm wrestle the last 15 minutes of that first half. The Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead. It is a very tough match so far. What do you think is going to separate these two teams, Anthony?
It's going to be weight of possession. The Warriors are almost 60% possession at halftime, and the amount of tackles the Knights had to do, it was far and away going to be the thing that's going to separate them by the end of the night. If you're tired out from tackling, you can't make any attacks, then you have no chance of clawing back some of this deficit. The Knights find themselves with it.
Yeah, absolutely. As Coda Diab brought down in the tackle on the 40, there's going to be Christian Botchagalupi just looming there. And that'll be the fifth and last. 40 metres out from their own try line. Not a bad spot to be kicking from, as Joey June just absolutely punts it downfield. A lot of speed, a lot of distance, as Josh Saddlecart now, the bench winger, gets a line break, but brought down by Don Ponkston eventually. And we're talking about this man a lot in the first half. Chance Bunce, 186 run meters at halftime, 6 line breaks and a try assist. I'm excited to see what he can do in the second half as Matthew Vaughan picks off a pass that was actually intended for him.
That's what the Warriors need to stop doing, Will. They had both of their tries scored against them off Warriors areas. One from oh, there we go again. That discipline, that's going to kill the Warriors night to night.
Just a little bit too long there from Logan Strange in the tackle. Disappointing to see. It's the Knights with a great opportunity now, as they will be attacking this line, no doubt, in the next couple of tackles. It's Dustin Richards. He'll get the first shot there. Botchagalupi goes to Butterfield. Now out to Ponkston. Spreads it to Vaughan. Driven back in the tackle by Giant McCartney. He's just sitting there waiting, and the Knights, they need to get creative. They can't just keep on shifting it to their halves and hoping they can find a line break, because the Warriors' defense is very, very solid. John Nanai now. Brought down. That's the fourth. Playing the ball. Out to the right. It will be Matthew Vaughan. Driven back, as that's the fifth and last. The Knights playing it. Out to the right. It will be Butterfield. He's going to put it in the corner. It's Rashford. Dives onto it. And the Knights, with a try, they open the scoring in the second half.
I was getting a little bit worried there for the Knights. Almost every single ball of that set was one-up stuff, whether it be from a proper forward or a half. But that cheeky little dink of the ball and that massive dive there from Rashford, that might just help them get that victory tonight.
It certainly could make the difference, as they have a kick to make it only a 2-point trail. Big kick here from Matthew Vaughan, not his preferred side, out very wide. Interesting to see whether he can slot this one. Maybe he likes this end of the field better. These fans maybe better on this side, as he's gonna kick that off to the left. Just dinked on the post, I think, and it's gonna be a 4-point lead that the Warriors hold on to.
Yeah, it might not have been the kick that the Knights needed, but the Knights definitely needed to be the first team tonight in the second half to score. Otherwise, you could almost feel the Warriors had run away with it. So they're still in it, and they got another 35 minutes to make sure that they can get enough points to win.
Yeah, absolutely. As Dom Ponkston passes the ball out to Nane now.
That's one. Move.
That will be the first. So go to the left. Sadler. Now goes to Richards.
Hill. That's his second.
He'll play the ball. On the left it will be Boccigalupi. It's bad service, but it comes off a head of a Knights player, and Butterfield will pick it up and run there. So go to the left. It's going to be Sadler. Again, wide out to Joey June. Can't get the offload to Nofalingawi there, waiting for the pass. As they may take an early kick here on the fourth. No, Sadler spreads it to Diab. Diab now through the line. Gets an offload on the inside to Butterfield, who can't escape the clutches. Oh, I think that's Lonnie Lawrence, sorry. It's Bo Sadler. Puts it deep. Finds Square on the kick return. Steps one. Marcus Square going for a run now. Marcus Square stretching his legs. He's over the 30-metre mark now as Dom Ponks is going to reel him in. 15 metres out from the try line. As Lockyer. Now to Lawrence. Brought down the future Panthers vice captain as Tiawa. Offload on the inside there to Barner. As he will play the ball. That's the third. The Knights, can they hold on? Lachlan Lockyer from dummy half. Looking to just split the Knights there. As they go out to the left, Lee Simon, wide pass, Square in the corner. We saw a similar thing happen in the first half. It's the Warriors in this corner now. And it's Marcus Square, the try scorer.
And how fitting is it that the man who started that movement is the one to finish it off in the corner. Square didn't really get much ball in the first half, but the moment he has, he's taken his chance and he's already over for a meat pie.
Yeah, you love to see it. It's Marcus Square. He's been in a bit of a form slump for... Well, when did he debut again, Anthony? He's been in a form slump since then.
I think he came through with Snicko's Mines cohort, so it's got to be at least 3 or 4 seasons now.
Season 5, I think we're talking then. Season 5 or 6, probably. Actually, I think he played with Riley in the Blue Tongues in the Mines, so I think it was probably season 6 he would have come in. But nonetheless, the last 3 seasons hasn't got a whole lot to show for it. And it will be an 8-point lead. The Warriors take out once again. I'm just pulling your leg, by the way, Marcus, in case you weren't sure. There's David Barner driving it forward there. And the Warriors, that's exactly what they needed there, to hit back with a try of their own, to just try and deter the Knights from trying anything too advanced, too risky. Just get control of this game and of this scoreboard. It's going to be a pass out to Lonnie Lawrence, driven back there, and it's a good defense here from the Knights. Holding them within the 40, it's a big improvement from what we saw in the first half, where the Warriors almost went back-to-back tries. As Lockyer playing the ball out to the left, it will be Jai McCartney putting it over the head there of Miko Rashford. It's allowed to bounce. Rashford grabs it one-handed. Can he get around Marcus Square? Yes, he can, but Lee Simon reels him in. It's a very good kick there from the Warriors, and they've pinned the Knights down in their corner. And I had to go and open my mouth.
McCartney's had an excellent kicking game tonight, and that was, oh no.
That's not good.
Sin bin final warning. So the Warriors, if they're not careful, they might find their night spoiled by an errant sin binning that could cost them very, very dearly. So they need to get the discipline back in order.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to have a look at who the dev players are for the Warriors, but you'd think that 52 minutes into the game, you've still got about 27, just over 27 now left. That's a lot of time to not give a penalty away. The referee's warned you now. You give another one away like that, another held and tackle penalty, someone's going to sit out for both 10 minutes and for next week. So it could be a season-defining moment if it's someone like Chance Bunce, McCartney, Corcoran going to the bin. Players like that It would not be ideal at all, Snicko. Oh, Snicko. Anthony. That's a good kick here. A great kick, because it's going to be Bo Sadler picking it up. A try from nowhere. And the Knights, they are back on the scoreboard with a kick to make it only 2 points difference.
Oh, there's something lovely about a headgear, just putting the head down and diving across for a try. And Bo Sadler with that, the distinctive stripes on it. You love to see a journeyman who's been around for as long as Bo Sadler dive across for a little pie like that.
Yeah, and he's been at the Knights for some time now. I think his clubs, they come out from Manly, Brisbane, Panthers and Knights. He's been at the Knights since about season 5, so he's really found a nice home here. And he's been a quality player for them. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, speaking of Manly, that's who the Warriors have up against next week, and that is not a side you want to go into, losing one of your players and bringing your dev player up. So, as you were saying earlier, before the Knights ran off down the field, 25 minutes to make sure that they're not going into a Manly match down one player.
Yeah, absolutely. You do not want to be doing that at all. And, Bo Sadler, wearing the number 9 jersey tonight. You know what that means, Anthony? That's another one down. It's another one down. I think we only have... What do we have left now? Is it only 8? We've had a fullback.
And the fullback, I think.
Did Ponkston score earlier? No.
No, Ponkston and Buns haven't scored yet, so we're waiting on the 1 and we're waiting on the 8.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. As it will be Coda Diab playing the ball. Out to the left, it will be Nanai. Bumping off one, John Nanai. He's putting the big left foot step on Chance Bunce there, but didn't quite have the movement to get around him as Don Ponkston can get around John McCartney there as Tiawa brings him down. He will play the ball. Botchagalupi, going to Vaughan. Puts a shocker of a kick in there. It's going to be David Tiawa. Lucky not to find a gap there. As that'll be the first. And the Warriors, they're on their final warning the rest of this match. Their dev players being Dylan Wallace, who is a lock primary. And the one and only Matt Wa'akawi. I've definitely butchered that. I'd like to apologise, but one of the two, someone goes to the bin here. One of the two will be getting a call up, and that could be quite a way to make your debut. As I think I remember a young Lonnie Lawrence stepping up last season. I don't know if it was his debut, but it was very close to it. And knocking out the Warriors to make finals as a Brisbane Broncos player is Ponkston with a good take there.
So for a second there, Ponkston was going to let that bounce, and I almost had my heart in my throat just then, but he decided not to, decided to take it, and the Warriors are going to be a little hard-pressed, I think, to keep the Knights out of their, well, as I say that, some excellent defence there from the Warriors, so maybe they will be able to keep them out this set.
Maybe they will, as Don Ponkston now.
Off he goes.
As we say that, Ponkston just making a fool of you, Anthony, or making a fool of both of us, really, as he often does, both on the field and off. It's Bo Sadler playing the ball, going to the left. It will be Butterfield. Now to Joey June. Steps around one. It's Logan Strange finding the turf. So that's the 4th. If they get another good run here, they're well within their rights to put a good kick in. And as I say that, it's going to be John Nanai offloading it straight to Patrick Corcoran. I don't know if he's aware he's no longer on his team.
No, and Nanai, that's probably going to be the last touch of the ball from him tonight. He should be off the field in a couple of seconds, so
he'll be back on though.
How he wanted to leave the field.
He'll be back
on at lock.
Yes, he will be.
Well, there we go. He'll have to make up for it later.
There's Patrick Corcoran. You don't want to see him going off the field at any stage. He's been a very good lock this season for the Warriors, making his origin debut for the Blues as Botchagalupi. Driven back there. That's the first. They go out to the right. It's going to be Sadler. Sadler fending off one, going for a run now. But brought down eventually by Chance Bunce, who takes no time in getting up and off him. He does not want to leave his team without a fullback for 10 minutes. And I do not blame
you. Could you imagine? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing what happened to the Roosters last week without a fullback there for 40, You can just imagine what would happen without a fullback for 10. As now it's going to be Nathan Anderson.
Without a fullback for all of next week would be painful, if nothing else, for the Warriors.
Yeah, as they go to the left, it's going to be Sadler driven back there. A good tackle from Corcoran. And the Warriors able to hold out. There's a very strong attacking Knights who just seem to be showing up for the challenge now.
2 hands away.
It's Cooper Gronk. Playing the props. Brought down. It's going to be David Tiala with a run.
Held. Right, that's
So that'll be the third. The Warriors shifted out to the right. It's going to be Logan Strange. Inside ball there. Chance Bunce getting around one. Goku Simpson brought down as that's the fourth.
He's held there.
Now to the left it will be
McCartney out the
Patrick
back.
Corcoran.
No.
Thought it would maybe.
Fifth and last.
Go for a cheeky kick there, but no, they chose not to as Marcus Square. Puts it deep to McCartney, who kicks it now. It's going to be Miko Rashford in the kick return. He's going to be allowed a lot of space here. He's going to be allowed a lot of space. It's going to have to be Chance Bunce coming across Miko Rashford. He wants to run away with it. Chance Bunce will bring him down on the 10-metre mark, but the Knights with a full set here now. As Rashford plays the ball, they go out to the left. It's going to be Richards, a short ball to Nofalengawi.
That's his second.
Tackled there by Aaron White and Josh Saddle-Cart. As that's the second. Out to the right now. Butterfield folded in the tackle. Daniel Engo escapes the scene of the crime as Joey June. A good ball there to Christie.
4. Move.
That's the fourth. The Knights. Out to the left. It's going to be Richards driven back. There's a sea of Warriors around him as they go out to the right. It will be Butterfield. Puts it up high. The ball ends up behind him. It's a good take from Square. And he's brought down just in front of the sticks there.
Massive defensive effort there from the Warriors. The Knights, they looked a little bit lost attacking the line there, not really knowing what to do. So they better sharpen up. They've got 2 minutes, 2 points left to go, and only less than 15 minutes left to do it.
Yeah, they need to be smart about this next set that they do. Where the ball ends up, if it's not with the try, where the ball ends up could really, really define this game. And they definitely need this win tonight. It's McCartney. Puts it in. Honks on the kick return. He's going to just get a half break past Cooper Gronk there, who brings him down around the shoulders. This is John Nanai back in the field. He needs to make an impact here. He's the big name player that the Knights need in these closing 15. It's Dustin Richards. Just brought down. They need someone to step up here. As an inside ball, it's Nanai with it. Runs it straight at David Barner. Gets it his team to the 30-metre mark. As they go to the left, it's going to be Butterfield with a ball here to Richards. He'll drive Aaron White back and maybe just get enough meters for an attacking kick here. It's going to be Butterfield putting it up very high. It's a well-placed kick. Nanai's coming steaming through. Ponkston, it's a tap back. It's Logan Strange. Logan Strange away now. Logan Strange, he may run the length of the field. He's a rugby league gazelle. Logan Strange, he breaks the tackle. Brought down 10 metres out by Alex Christie. And that is a penalty in front of the sticks. You'd have to take the 2. No, they're going to go for the try here, the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors, they're going to back their attack. They think the Knights are tired. They think the Knights are broken, and they're going in to seal the deal almost, you'd think.
And there's Chance Bunce in the corner! Sorry to cut you off there, Anthony, but as you say that, Chance Bunce in the corner for his side. A kick to win it now. And he's almost definitely just booked his team here into the SRL finals.
Absolutely heartbreaking there for the Knights. They've still got 10 minutes left to do it, but if it's an 8-point lead, you think their night is almost over. And the Warriors, against all adversity, booking a spot in the finals. Oh, no. So we might have a golden point showdown tonight, Will.
We very well may. As we've got 10 minutes left, the Knights, they have a clean 6 points that they are trailing by. They need a they need a try, and they need a try in a good spot for Matty Vaughan to take the kick. As it will be. Matthew Vaughan kicking off here in the Warriors. Give it to Logan Strange, I reckon. We can do another effort. He's probably puffed after that run. I thought he was going to go all the way there for a second, Anthony. That would have been great to see a big fella.
I'm surprised he was... Who actually chased him down?
It was Boccigalupi slowed him down so Alex Christie could actually make the tackle because he just shrugged off Boccigalupi like he weighed 2 grams. But yeah, he was away. He could sniff the white line. He thought he was not in that sense, but he thought he was in for a try. As David Tiala. That's the 5th and last 40 metres gain in the set, and the Knights doing well to hold the Warriors down this end. They need to follow it up with a good kick return here. You think McCartney would take his time with this punt, and he sure does. It goes to Miko Rashford. On the wing, he steps one. McCartney, good tackle there from him.
Good defence.
As unable to make any real meters on the kick return there, Miko Rashford. That's good stuff there from John McCartney chasing his own kick.
McCartney, he's had a great night tonight with the fence and with the boots. So if I
thought Stremandinoli was going to be away there for a second. Ponkston just finding a way through the line, and now it's going to be Goku Simpson. Driven back, they need a big moment now to get close to the line. They go to the right, it's going to be Vaughan. Inside ball, it's going to be Ponkston. Ponkston brought down 20 out. He just went for the inside cut, and Lachlan Lockyer was waiting for him. As 5th and last now, they go out to the left. Butterfield puts it up. It's not as good as his previous kicks. Lee Simon underneath it. It's going to be well taken by Rashford. A handover on the 20. And the Knights will have to go again next set.
Yep, and they'll have to try to keep the Warriors down here. Try to keep them within their half. Otherwise, they might be too gassed to really make it up the field again.
Absolutely. There's McCartney. Inside ball there to Barner. They really need to stand up in defence. Nathan Anderson with a good tackle there on David Barnos. Now it's Cavall. Spreads it out to Bunce. Makes Joey June find the grass, but Josh Butterfield, no problem there for him. That's going to go to Lachlan Lockyer. Now to Daniel Engo. Bumping off John Nanai. Engo gets through the line. A good pass to Lockyer. As Chance Bunce will be acting half, they go to the right. Cavall to White. Can't get away from Joey June, and it's going to be a tough ask here. They're going to put a punt in. It's probably going to land on their try line just about. And they'll have to go 100 metres to score a try in this set. It's probably their last touch of the ball as Dave O'Noughlin Gowie gets around one, but Chance Bunce out the back. Still not fatigued. I mean, I don't even know how this man just tackles all night long and does all these things for his team. As it's Christian Boccigalupi now. Gets off away from one. Fends him off. Brought down the tackle. They're at the 50 now as the Knights have another 50 to go in 2 tackles. Alex Christie absolutely booned by Daniel Engo. As they go right, Simpson, Vaughan, now to Anderson. Not that set they will score points. They'll have to have a good kick here and hope for a Warriors error, you'd think, Anthony.
Yep, and they can't let them get around. They need to stop him right now. So that's a good start. Good start. They got to keep him down this end, stop any possible 40-20, turn it around, and somehow hope for a miracle.
As Logan Strange taking the run. Cavall, inside ball there. Aaron White with a few metres. That's a great run there from the centre. As Don Ponkston's brought down the 50, brings him down on the 50. Out to the left now, it's going to be Cavall, spreading it to Jai McCartney. No gaps there for him, as that'll be the 4th. On the opposition's 40 now, the Warriors just cutting through this line like a hot knife through butter. Bunce, he was through the line there, but gave the ball away. As 5th and last, 50 metres gained. It's now or never for the Knights, you'd have to say, as it's going to be Miko Rashford. Can he step up in the moment they need him most? Lee Simon with a great tackle on the winger there, as that's going to be the 1st. They go out to the left. It's going to be Vaughan. Vaughan through the line. He'll get some good metres. Brought down by Bunce on the 50 there. But just short. This will be the last set of the game, you'd think, Anthony. As a good ball out to Don Ponkston. He can't get anywhere, though. Made only 5 metres in that play. That's the 3rd. Out to the left, it's going to be Alex Christie. He can't do much with the ball there. The Warriors' defence just unwilling to give away meters, as it's going to be Joey June. I think they're too far out here, Anthony. I don't think they'll be able to put an attacking kick in. It will be John Nanai putting the punt in. It's going to be Josh Saddlecart on the kick return. Josh Saddlecart, he wants to ice it anyway. After the buzzer, Josh Saddlecart going for a run. Tiawa on his left. He's just going to run. He'll be outran, though, by Dom Ponkston. And the Warriors, with a 6-point victory over the Newcastle Knights in Newcastle, to almost certainly book their way into the finals.
Yeah, excellent work there from the Warriors. They've been the underdogs all season, and they've basically just forced their way probably up into 7th position by tonight's end. And the Knights, they're still in it. They've still got a chance for the finals, but it's a little bit harder now, a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, the Warriors playing the Manly Seagulls next week, and the Knights playing the Cowboys. Some tough games ahead for these two teams. As we look at the stats here, it's Nofalingawi, Sadler, Diab, and Rashford for the try scorers for the Knights. And it's Marcus Square, Caval, Engo, Chance Bunce, and Ginger Pom for the Warriors. And I think that means that we only need a number 8 to score for the rest of the round. If you took Muzbet 3, you are very happy right now. And yeah, 50-50, like you said, Anthony. Possession very, very similar. The tackles, at halftime, the Knights had 30 more tackles, so that is quite a comeback there from the Knights to only end up with 5 more. Missed tackles pretty similar, in line breaks. Knights actually had 11 more line breaks. Quite a second half performance there, but couldn't quite get the job done. As we look at some of the stats, and John Nanai, 210 run meters, 5 line breaks. Jeez. And, you know, Don Ponkston, 179 run meters, 5 line breaks. Just talk us through some of the key players tonight for the Knights. Will you, Anthony?
Well, you can't go beyond Coda Diab there. Of all the players tonight, Coda Diab, the lock, has got the most line breaks, which kind of tells you how hard it was for the Knights to get over. Dom Ponkston's usually well in front, but he was kept to 5 line breaks tonight. So the Warriors, last week they won their attack. The Warriors tonight have definitely won things through their defense.
Yeah, absolutely. They were really, really solid tonight. As we'll look at some of those stats, and Chance Bunce, 268 run meters, 19 tackles. That's a lot for a fullback. 8 line breaks, a try assist, and a try. He gave a penalty away, but lucky he didn't find himself in the sin bin. He was huge tonight, as was, I thought, Lachlan Lockyer, who had a very good performance. And, of course, that man, Logan Strange, with a huge run for, I guess what you would call it, a classic second rower. A big-bodied brute who just found his way in a bit of space and almost went the length of the field.
Big props also probably need to go out to McCartney. Not only did he have a massive night with the boot, he also had 121 run meters, 11 tackles. Massive night from the 2 halves, McCartney.
And 2 try assists.
As well,
he was very good tonight.
And
McCartney.
2 try assists, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing some really good footy at the moment. So, yeah, well, there you go. It was the Warriors' defense that really held them up tonight. I mean, you look, Lachlan Lockyer, 25 tackles, Strange, 23. The likes of Patrick Corcoran with 18. A lot of big tackle numbers. Barnum, 16 tackles. You know, a lot of tackles made, and their defense as a team, traveling in packs, in pods, was really, really solid tonight. And it was that kind of teamwork that have brought them to this position for this season. So it's been very impressive to see them. But they've almost certainly got a way into the finals now, I believe. They still have to play Manly next week, but unless it's a substantial loss, I think they will be playing finals footy, which is pretty good for the Warriors and especially for their fans. They will be very excited. But that is all we have time for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us in the box. It's been a pleasure having you. There's 2 more games to play tonight, and that will be, of course, the Manly Seagulls taking on the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the Dolphins taking on the North Queensland Cowboys. 2 top 8 clashes. It's going to be very exciting. Make sure you stay tuned for more SRL action.